that was a pretty awesome look off. But we shed some hoodies. It's gotten warm. It's about 11 o'clock now. It's gotten nice and warm. Hope y'all take notice. I got some new gloves. Getting made fun of for all the holes in my old gloves. I had these for, I don't know, several months. I just never wore them. I was always wearing my old gloves. So I've got some new ones with no holes in them, so y'all can quit picking at me. Oh, I've lost Cody. Oh, there he comes. Probably situating his goggles. Probably should have checked the map while we were there so we know where we were going. She was telling us about the reservoir. So I'm guessing, she says sit here. I envision that way, they're sitting in a lake, so that way would have all been lake at some point in time. If this trail wasn't so rocky, it would be an awesome trail. I like the way it's laid out, where it goes. It's just really rocky. So this brings us, we're back now at the pavement 1. Yeah, I kind of hate riding this slow, but man, it's just so dusty. Even as far as we are past those guys, their dust is still hanging. Alright, we're going to jump on trail 26 here. Looks like just it loops back into this G6 trail that we were on. So hoping to get out of some dust, but it doesn't look like it's a whole lot better. But we're just riding. Like I said, we don't have any particular destination, just looking for some trails to ride. I had apparently looked at the wrong number when I looked at 36. That's apparently not a number up here. It is, but it's just a little bitty trail. 26 was the one I was looking at. Yeah, no trouble. Hopefully it's not all like that. I don't mind rock steps though. I would rather have rock steps than just constant trail of rocks. So if you've seen any of the footage here, I'm wearing my blue shirt today instead of my typical orange shirt. Cody's wearing an orange one, but I'm wearing a blue one. I got the wrong size orange one today, and I went to put it on, and that just wasn't happening. So this was the one I was wearing already. It's one of my blue ETTR shirts. All the others that I sent out to everybody that you saw were all the tan color, and that's the typical one. But I did get a couple other colors just to try and see how the logo looked on them, because its logo was kind of untested at that point, so I didn't know how it was really going to look. So I got mostly tan because I figured they could be rode in or just worn, because as far as riding goes, they won't show everything. We'll probably eventually get away from the orange shirts, but when we're riding here, the orange shirts work really good because of the areas that we ride in that are also hunting areas. So, but this is one of the blue ones that I'm wearing. I think I'm the only one that got some blue, and then I got some pink ones for my wife and my daughter and a couple other people. So maybe eventually we'll have them up and available for sale. If you'd like to get one. We might be regretting 26 here. Yeah, we're going to continue on here. Once again, thankful for good underbody protection. It's DRW stuff coming in clutch again. That might be, Cody should fit right there a little easier than I did. His isn't quite as wide as mine, I don't think. He did fine. Some of that would have probably been some good grab bar footage, but I don't know. I don't know that I enjoy the grab bar footage that much. If you do, or if you prefer something different, let me know. I'm always kind of torn on what I should do. The grab bar footage is okay, but there's so very little of it that you can use, and so you waste the camera on just a few seconds worth of shots throughout the day. That's why I decided I would try the bumper cam on his. We didn't have a mount or anything that he could wear or put on his helmet, so just did a bumper mount to try that. This is definitely a rock bed trail. Probably really fun in a Jeep, maybe even a side-by-side. Not so much fun on a sport four-wheeler. It's not terrible. I'm still rocking no back brakes, just for the record. I can't get that worked out. I'm gonna have to order me a new caliper, I guess. I'm going on the wrong side of the ditch now, somehow. I think every line I've picked in this rock have been the wrong one. Jackson, I wish you were here. I know how you love it. Four in front of us, doubling on, and is either an older Bayou or an older Suzuki King Quad. I can't tell which. Either way, I'm pretty happy about it. Cramping that clutch hand a little. Alright, I'm back again. I had to take 5. Had the arm pump going from those rocks. Clutch and brake for all that time. This section's much better than that upper section for sure. I was getting a little wore out on that part. Now we're at the creek crossing. I saw on the map there was one creek crossing. Looks like we'll be going back up after the creek crossing. That's a good hill climb right there. Ain't nowhere to go, and it's rutted out, but if it wasn't rutted out, that'd be a good hill climb. We got the Windrock map app rather than a paper map today, so we're not having to fold it out every time, because it's a massive map for this place because it's huge. I think this place is 73,000 acres, I believe is what I've read. Might be incorrect on that, but I think that's what it is. I like these trails here, a little bit on the damp side. Not just dust. Finally got some trails we might be able to move on a little bit. We've only been about 8 miles, according to the odometer. Actually some mud back in here. I don't know how there's mud. We haven't had rain in quite some time again. Really since the hurricane rain. It's basically been dry since then. Turned into a good trail after all those rocks, which wasn't that great. This is pretty fun, but we're looking for our next turn, 27. I might have missed it, I don't know, because it shouldn't have been very far, so I think there's probably a chance I missed it, but that's okay. We'll get there anyway. Just maybe not exactly where we thought we were going to get. Well, missed out. I left my camera off. Had a really bad rutted section that I had to get off on about 3 or 4 different times trying to get up it. It's muddy. Somehow we found a muddy section out here. Following a group of side-by-sides, and I don't have the ground clearance with these crappy tires. Yeah, you'll probably get to see some more of it though from the looks of things. Still fun. Enjoying it. Loving the trail. Just glad to be out. Getting a ride. I still haven't given many opinions on my wider front A-arms. So the scenario I got stuck in back there, if I was factory width, I would have been able to go right through it and wouldn't have got stuck. But a lot of other stuff, the width is much more desirable. So still not really had a I guess what you'd say like a firm decision on them, whether I really like being wider or not. I think I would like being some wider, but not quite 2+2, maybe 1 inch per side. So, which that's one good thing that these cheap Amazon A-arms let me do, is to be able to make a decision whether I like it or not without dropping $1,000 on something that I don't like. Yeah, the rocks are a bit much on this 26 and 27. This doesn't appear nearly as bad as 26 was, but we're not out of it yet, so. Got a little front air time there with the Can-Am. There, indicates pretty impressive. The amount of power that it has going to a 26-inch tire is pretty amazing. You'll never hear anybody have anything bad to say about a Rotax engine. We're still on trail 27 right now. Alright, we took a few minute break. We'd only planned on stopping just briefly to check our map, but got in the middle of a traffic jam there. 3 different big groups coming, so had to sit there a few minutes and let everybody get past each other. Still loving this weather today. Absolutely fantastic. Perfect t-shirt weather. It's not hot. It's not cold. Man, it's awesome. But I do feel bad for the one in the back, because man, it's dusty. You got 2 people here today that neither one of us ever want to lead. I hardly ever lead. Usually it's Nathan that's leading when we go. Cody never wants to lead, so guess it's me today. So that worked out in my favor for dust. But I hate having to be the one to set the pace. I'd rather let somebody else do it. back down here now to where we first got on 26. We got on 26 up here on the left. That's where we first went up at. Made that loop around 26 and 27, and we were going to keep going down those trails, but when you go down that way, the only way to come back without backtracking on the same trails is to ride on a black trail, and I'm not interested in trying that today. Don't know how rough it is, but found a little spot that wasn't so dusty there. We could make up a little time. We're on trail 2, headed back to the truck. We missed out on the end of trail 83 and on trail 5, and then a couple other trails in between. We're headed back down trail 2 now, almost to the trucks. We had a great time, great ride. Everything was a lot of fun. So thanks for watching. Camera's just about to die again. I only had 9% on this battery, so I put it on just so I could kind of give an outro here. So but thanks for watching, and hopefully next time I'll get just a little bit more footage.